Welcome to my laboratory. Pretty swish, eh? We're going to do a science experiment. And of course, all science experiments are only as good as their scientist. You need to be accurate. You need to be very precise. You need to record every single detail of the experiment and the results. After all, if you don't do that, what is the use of the experiment? Today's experiment is looking at hydration. Hydration is the amount of fluid or liquid, water, that something can hold, that absorbs, in particular our bodies. How much water is in here? But more importantly, what happens if I don't have enough? That's right, dehydration means not enough fluid. So we're going to see which of our chosen liquids today are the best at hydrating our bodies. Of course, we could dehydrate ourselves and then drink something and see what happened, but that could be pretty nasty, and I'm not sure we've got a dehydrator big enough to put somebody in. It could be quite uncomfortable, I would say. So today we have the stalwart of all scientific experiments, the little person that's going to help us. Yes, I'm talking about gummy bears. So today we're going to immerse our gummy bears in various liquids. We're going to leave them immersed in that liquid for a certain length of time to see what happens to them. Before we do that, all good experiments start with a hypothesis. That's our what will happen if, I wonder why, maybe if, all those sort of things, a theory, an idea. That's what scientists are basing all their work on. So step one, you need to record your hypothesis. What do you think is going to happen? Using this worksheet, write down what you think is going to happen to each of those gummy bears in each of the different liquids after 24 hours and then after 72 hours. Are there going to be more changes? What do you think? Right, let's get started. You should have several types of liquids. Milk, a sports drink of some sort, fruit juice, a soft drink. I've got two, you could have just one probably, and some water, which you're going to make one lot of salt water with and plain water. You of course need the gummy bears, the heroes. Best to have the white ones or the pale yellow ones because something interesting happens as they absorb the liquid. I've got 8, you need at least 6. One of your gummy bears is not such a hero because nothing happens to him. We don't add anything to him. We need him to stay as he is so that we have something to judge the others against. It's called a control. Before we start, we need to know what we begin with. Otherwise, how can we record any changes? Here's my gummy bear. I've taken some measurements. He's about 1 centimetre wide, 2 centimetres tall, and weighs approximately 3 grams. Record your results on this worksheet under control, which will give us something to measure our other results against. Next, you need to label your cups. Make sure they are spotlessly clean, so they are not contaminated by anything other than what you put in them. At the base of each, place one of your wonderful hero gummy bears reclining peacefully. Now to add the liquids. It's very, very important that you measure accurately and that you clean your measuring jug between each liquid that you measure. We want no cross-contamination, no mixing of the liquids, or your results will be invalid. They'll be worthless. 50 mils into each of the cups. We'll leave it for 24 hours to see if there's any changes, and then we'll put them back and leave them for another few days. Let's see what happens.